Hello everyone and welcome to the Generic Live Hangout. This is the Generic Live Hangout of the March edition of the Generic Live Hangout. The show that takes you behind the scenes of everything going on here at GLS HQ. That includes Generic Live Show, Generic Live Home, Geek.io Productions that I'm a part of, and other fun festivities that I've got going on here in the land down under. My name's Dale Campbell. Thank you everyone for joining us on this very belated March edition of the episode. It happens. We had Easter. I hope everyone had a very safe and productive Easter out there. I know I did. I know I'm still making my way through the Easter rush of chocolate that I got. Although I've nearly gone through all the Easter chocolate for this year. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not really complaining all that much. So, but hope everyone has had a happy and safe Easter and a happy and safe start to April already. But we're going to be reflecting on the month of March here in just a few minutes. We're going to be here for about an hour today. If you've got any comments throughout the show, please feel free to drop them in the chat room. We are live on twitch.tv/genericliveshow right now. We'll get into more about that a little bit later on. But I want to talk, let's start with the Generic Live Show, because the Generic Live Show over the last month has kind of taken a fresh direction, and I'm actually okay with that. So we've had a slight format change in the Generic Live Show. We went from the long form talk show, 2-hour rock block, do nothing but talking, do nothing but talking for 2 hours for, you know, the longest time. For about 2 years we've had that format. Mo says WO521. That's Mo. I don't know what that's meant to mean, but sure. So we've had the wall of talk for about 2 hours now, and it's not really that much of a wall of talk. Wall of talk. When we've broken that up with commercials and stuff. But now we've changed the format of the hours a little bit. We've gone for basically 2 short stories to start the hour, a segment, whether that be same as you remember, same as it ever was, or review of a review, or whatever it may be, and one major news story, then maybe a short, maybe a then short story to round it off, and then feedback about the whole hour, and a kind of what have we learnt about the hour. And that seems to be working, as opposed to wall of talk interrupted for the longest time. I'm trying to formulate words. WO521 says, where are you living? I'm in Indiana? I'm in Australia. I'm in Aussie land. So I'm in Queensland, in Aussie land. So there you go. Hey, we've got Kerry from Geek.io. There you go. Oh, I have to reply to a message real quick. Hi there, Butthead, making people compete over views in 90 minutes. No, it's not that. It's, yeah, yes. Yes, but, oh, and by the way, apologies last week for not doing a Geek.io, not doing a Generic Live Show. This last week, I'm we're planning on doing the show tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/Geek.io show instead of yesterday, because you know I was sick and I couldn't really move. So there you go. This is a special. This is Generic Live Hangout. So I'm doing this behind the scenes stuff. I've been doing it for ages. Since it's Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, or Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You're fine. Don't mute me. What? CJ, what are you doing? I'm confused. Your channel tried to mute me. I refuse. Well, I'm not doing anything. Anyway. I will not be silent. What? Okay. Whatever. Yeah, auto mod's being a bit of a... I've got strict auto mod on this channel. So, there you go. Automean is being a dick to people in my chat room, which that's always helpful. Hey, Twitch, I love you, and you are the best, and you've given me this amazing platform, but... Automean. Yes. Twitch is being Automean. Automean! Dick buttons! Dick buttons and Automean. God, could you imagine if I know Automod is a robot, but if it got, like, terrorized for Automean. And this is not meant to be a competition for views. I'm not... This is utilizing my, my other side. Dick Automean buttons. That's his middle name, is Automean. I'm glad we finally cracked the code of the Dick Buttons meme that has been the last, like, 2 months on Generic Live Show. 50 Shades of Automean. That's fine, W0521. It's a joke from the Generic Live Show. So, there you go. Dick Buttons is a running GLS joke, so... but back on track. 50 Shades of Automean is pretty good. I should be done here in about an hour. So there you go. But back on track. The new format for the show has been kind of a running. Has been going on for a few weeks now. I think I've been doing it since the beginning of the month. I can't quite remember. All the shows kind of have their moments, but in terms of milestones, I don't really... So what this down knows. Grilled. Alright. Well, this is... yes, I know you have a show. 50 Shades of Dick Buttons was my stripper name? Wow, okay. Yes, yeah, I know you have a show. Anyway. And it's not on the Geek.io show channel, so there you go. Anyway, back on track. The new format has been received fairly well, which is always fun. You know, because it's always kind of a tough struggle when you kind of adjust things and you don't want to change it too much, because I'm a I kind of, yeah, it's fun to change things up and experiment sometimes, but sometimes it's kind of, you get lost in the movements, and I think the refreshed change it made things easier on the prep side, as well as knowing when, like, I don't have to run a story into the ground. I will have enough stories as protective tissue to kind of guide me through the hour without having to kind of run along with it and not run a story into the ground. Much like this show, it's kind of running into the ground. Anyway, hey, yes, my
My channel is in on our Discord at geek-ionet/discord. Protective Kleenex tissue? Question mark? That was a great generic live show bit. Alright, so we're going to notable episodes in the most recent part. The moist Kleenex tissue person that we had on an after show once was so good. I feel bad for the new viewers that are going, what is all of this? Enjoy. Enjoy what you have here. But the Kleenex tissues, the dick buttons. I think dick buttons was last month, though, I think. Or was it the month before? It has to be the month before. The Law of Josh, which we never got the payoff for, was a great post-show bit. I think the post-shows are turning into more of a wild playground, which is fun. I don't mind, but I'm glad that that has a home for all of that now, and it makes having that as a separate thing offshoot from the show, and it's not like I'm doing just the show now. I'm doing the pre-show, which has its own fun memories of not really that much, because I don't really write many pre-show bits. It's just me warming up and spitting stuff out, and then you go to the post-show where I'm just trying to wind down, and then random people come in and go poke fun, and that's where Dick Buttons came from. And no, Dick Buttons actually came from the show. Actually, that was a same as you remember, same as it ever was. That was in that segment, and it came from there, and it just carried through to the post show, and that's what subscribing to the Patreon, you get all of that you get all of that 3-hour rock block on RSS feed at patreon.com/geekio, is where you can get that whole massive block and listen to it from start to finish. It's definitely an adventure where Dale clearly flirts with Rhino. It's not flirting. We're friends. God, if you think that's flirting, you've seen nothing yet. But other noticeable episodes, we gave away the hoodie, the Generic Live hoodie. We gave that away. Sandra Kurz won the GLS hoodie. I've heard word back that she has received it and she loves it. So I'm so glad that it did get to her, because some of the times that international shipping is a nightmare. So it kind of gets hard when you think about that sort of stuff. Tail does straight floating. Well, friendship chemistry +1 friendship chemistry. Fremistry. It's Fremistry. There you go. I flow with everyone. It's just a thing I do. Yeah. All the beards. I just keep them in my beard. It's beardception. I keep beards in my beard. It's great. I should really shave, actually. It's getting a bit straggly. But no, Sandra Kurz did get her Generic Live hoodie, and we're glad that she is enjoying it. She sent along a picture to me. I don't know whether I should post that along or not, so that'd be fun. And the other most notable episode is the bank episode that we did this last month, the History of April Fools episode. That was a bunch of fun, going through time and discovering that apparently multinational corporations enjoy putting out shitty trap records and mixtapes for money and jokes, which I listened to, and I'll probably talk about this on the show tomorrow. I talked about the mixtape on the show, but I actually listened to it over the long weekend, and it's not bad for what it is. It's it is what it is. It's generic trap music with obviously the intern trying to spit out the best rhymes, quote unquote rhymes, that they can. but you know, it is what it is, and they're not that long. They're like 15 minutes long, and there's only like 3-4 tracks on them. So, you know, man, editing video is a lot easier when you're not an idiot about things. Turns out, huh? Friendship Marie. So that's kind of where the Generic Live show is at. I think we've got the show planned for tomorrow. We're going back to September 1996, and same as you remember, same as it ever was. And we've got a whole bunch of fun topics from the last week's news cycle to tear through. Oh man, the last week's news cycle was just atrocious. It was just so bad, and it kind of makes it hard to do an entertaining show when the whole news cycle is just blech. When Dale was 3-ish. What? Okay. You know, people are distracting me. And it's fun for them, I guess. Anyway, back, moving on to Generic Live Home. We've had a few updates on that. Generic Live Home. We released the Q2 promotional item. It's a Generic Live, if it'll load, a Generic Live Tapestry. We did a Generic Live Tapestry. We put this up. We got the little shop logo in the corner there. We got the normal, the logo in the middle, designed and mastered by the one and only Kerry from UKO. It comes in white, blue, red, black, and green. That's the black one. And then we've got, just ignore that one day to buy thing, in green. I kind of like the white though, to be completely honest. That's it in its pure form. Kerry says, if you want to do entertaining, funny news, you need to do a Florida Man segment. Actually, I have never actually thought about doing a Florida Man segment on the show. That's an interesting concept. I'll pull that out. Because, you know, or just wacky news. Wacky. Does anyone say the word wacky anymore? Looks generic. Yeah, well, that's kind of the idea. So we've got the tapestry. All the prices are messed up, but because mine are in Australian, and I believe it was from 25 American they start from, and they are running from the 22nd of March through to the 30th of June. If you want to get on that, they come in 3 different sizes, and they turned out really well actually. And things are a little bit slow. I got sent a hoodie that isn't coming, so we've had a little bit of a problem there. But I'm glad Sandra got her hoodie. But there's been some troubles and turbulations. CJ says no one uses wacky unless you're a morning terrestrial radio host. I actually wanted to be a morning terrestrial radio host once upon a time. Glad I did go down that route, but I could have been that person, and it actually could have been fun. Another addition to the Generic Live Home is the Generic Live Tote. We now have a tote bag. It is in an El Natural color. Again, the logo by the one and only Carrie. This item is permanently in the store, so you can pick this up any time you want from Generic Live Home. And it's always available. It's $18. You've got the normal logo on the front, and then the store logo on the back, and it's available now. I don't know if I have one coming to me. I should get on that. I have a lot to follow up on apparently, but there you go. CJ says, I went to radio and film school and gave up on that dream and became a podcaster. That works. It works in your favor. Make it with a goat inside. I don't know what goats you have with my bag, but there you go. Moving on. I want to sit here and talk about next month. I know this is because I know this is about last month and looking into this month, but I wanted to talk about May. This show is such a mess. So May is going to be crazy, as you predicted. Oh, goat in my tote. Alright, well, I mean... goat in my tote. Wow, okay, well... that's a thing. So, I've got lots of travel planned in May. Last month was so last month. Let's talk about next month. Not even this month. Let's talk about next month. April's so overrated. And it's going to be May soon. Daily! He's going to be traveling around everywhere. But the first 2 weeks of Generic Live Show in May may not happen. I may take 2 weeks off unless someone's willing to step in as a temp host to do a 3-hour live stream on a Sunday afternoon. That's if someone wants to pick up that reign, they can. But the first 2 weeks in May, so that would be the 6th and the 13th, I believe, of May. I'm not going to be in town, so who knows what's going to happen. One of them might be a bank episode, but I'm definitely not doing 2 bank episodes because that's definitely crazy. Oh yeah, that's right. CJ was going to do his parody version of my show. Or the CJ, what was it? The CJ Politics Chat or something it was called? It was something. We need to work on that. We need to work on that. We'll figure that out. But if anyone wants to meet up in any of those locations, who knows what'll happen when I'm out of town? Who knows what happens when I'm in town, let alone out of town? But the dates that I am available for potential meeting and socializing and other, you know, other fun activities. I'll be around in Melbourne on Thursday the 3rd and Friday the 4th of May in the evening time. Meet up. And the 6th of May in the evening time as well. I'm busy on the 5th, but the 3rd, the 4th, and the 6th in the evening time I'm around, and I'm in Brisbane on Sunday the 13th of May in the afternoon. So there you go. Not the 14th though, but the 13th in Brisbane. I'm around in around, and I want to do a little bit of other fun stuff, fun sort of touristy stuff. Maybe do a little bit of vlogging. You never know. I probably won't, but I want to try and do something a little bit special because I'm not going to be doing shows that week. so I want to try and compensate for stuff. You know, whilst I am out of town. No, I'm not doing Dale from the Zoo. I've already had that recommendation. It's your boy Dale. You have no idea, and that's going to be leading into my next topic here in my notes. But Daily... Okay, I'm going to explain this Daily thing. So, I'm currently playing Donkey Kong Country 3 for Geek.io's Liquid Handicap. And me being a dumbass didn't put a space before confirming my name. So it's now Daily. So with like 9 E's. So it's great. So Daily. And now I have to say my name like that every single time I say my name, because, you know, apparently it's quite often. Because I've lost my voice over me yelling recently, so that's not fun for anyone. But yes, so again, Thursday the 3rd and Friday the 4th and Sunday the 6th in the evening, and Brisbane Sunday the 13th of May in the evening time as well. I should say that that's my name at Starbucks and see what comes out. Yeah, Daily. It'll probably come out properly that way. It'll probably come out with Dial, which I was literally called Dial, which is a whole fun story in and of itself. It's your boy Daily. So there you go. Let's take a moment and reflect on some goals. Actually, no, we're not up to goals yet, are we? No. We're not up to goals at all. What am I talking about? We are Doyle. Doyle. My name is Doyle. So, I wanted to kind of have an open conversation with myself about some platforms of recently. And I wanted to mention this because I don't think I mentioned it last month, because I don't think I had time last month. Daily follows notes. Yeah, surprisingly, this show has show notes, so I don't know. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I have. There's an agenda. So I didn't talk about this last month because I ran out of time. Not like I'm not on a time crunch at the moment, but YouTube, and this is probably a sticky situation to bring this up in, but I prepared these notes way before before anything happened, so I'll try and keep this walking on eggshells as much as possible. But YouTube making their partner monetization more stricter, and thusly the Generic Live Show YouTube channel definitely doesn't qualify for YouTube monetization, although we did get a bit of monetization back when we did the election coverage, which still remains to be our most successful, over the 3 parts that was divided into, still our most successful stream on our YouTube channel. Go figure. So, and that and the Australian election, both kind of both have the most successful events. The Australian election, I have some idea on why that got popular, because that was a live event that no one knew the answers of, and people were just trying to find solutions, and we were live during that time when the votes were kept getting that. Again, thank you CJ for keeping me sane during that election coverage. I think we kept each other sane all throughout that. You know, we had moments on that stream. It's just sucks that a lot of that audio is unusable these days. So, But it's better now. See, that's the thing. You know, that's a continual growing pattern, and I didn't want to get onto this train, but I'm on this train now, so I may as well. You know, as my equipment's gotten better, I feel like that we're now in a place where we could do long stretches of live coverage if we so wanted to. Because back in those days, I think I was using my headset moke. Headset moke. What the heck is a headset moke? It sounds like a type of coffee. Headset moke. That's the name of the episode, is Headset moke. Headset mic. And yeah, we had fun in an odd way, and I was left saying, "Oh God, oh God, oh God," on camera for half an hour after you left, CJ. So don't feel bad. I mean, we put our biases out there earlier. So headset moke, headset mic back then, and I was on a shitty internet connection. I wasn't in the office. I was somewhere else. I was downstairs. Looked like I was in a prison. That should be my TV's new band. Headset moke. Get on that. Oh, you know what I've done? I've combined millennial and woke. Moke. You're welcome, millennials. I want that on a t-shirt. You're welcome, millennials. And on the back it says moke. Oh, yeah, no, on the front it says moke, and then on the back it says, "You're welcome, millennials." You're welcome, millennials. It's the tagline of this show. Alright, so where was I going with all of that? So over the course of the last month, I've kind of stopped uploading videos to the Generic Live Show YouTube channel, and of course the Generic Live Hangout goes up on the Generic Live Show YouTube channel, and here on twitch.tv/Generic Live Show. But that's it, and that's the only thing happening on this channel at the moment is the Generic Live Hangout. It's the only thing going up on that YouTube channel at the moment. So I want to try and come up with, because people do follow that channel, so it's not like it's got 0 followers. So I want to try and do new content on there to try and liven it up and try and make this channel, the Twitch channel, more accessible as well, and trying to keep, you know, this afloat as well. This Twitch channel is not that big, but it can be. You know, we're sitting on a nice nifty number at the moment, but that's because 2 of the people are from Geek.io, so which helps, you know. And last time, the last hangout we did, we had a lot of live viewers as well, so it's definitely something. No, I'm not doing a cam show. I'm not turning the Generic Live Show into a cam show. No, that's not happening. Sorry. I have too much dignity. Plus also, it'd be even like, "Hi, I'm Dale Campbell. You know me as producer and nudist." No, and I'm not doing that last suggestion either. But speaking of that, we made a joke about blogging. I've now officially moved all on-air episodes to Geek.io. It's just one home for it, and it's more consistent if I upload it onto the Geek.io show YouTube channel. It's less work for me, and there you go. And that is a home for all of the shows, and I have a feeling if I would divide the audience if I were to continue to upload the shows in 2 places. It kind of feels a little weird uploading the show in 2 different places. And it doesn't, I was doing that for the longest time, and I felt like going, well, one's being more successful than the other. I'm not doing the naked donut challenge. I'm not doing that. I'll do something, but I won't do the naked donut challenge. But uploading and then now having the Generic Live show on the Geek.io Twitch, and definitely in the time slot that it normally has on Sundays, definitely has opened us up to a wider audience, and I don't want to do anything that would fragment that audience. And that is it's a strong audience, and it's a committed audience, and I love the fact that Generic Live Show has its own inside jokes now. I suppose it always has, but you know, it needs to be self-contained, and that's the show proper, and branching out from the shows proper and doing little fun side activities. I still have written down, go to the library because they exist, question mark, attributed to MBAME, because he says he questions the fact that I've never been inside of a library and they don't exist. And then it came up this last week on the Geek.io show that libraries are a thing in Australia. So I could go to the library. I couldn't do anything inside the library because, you know, that's what that is, and because apparently you need to be quiet in a library. Who knew? Thanks, Mokes. Thanks, Mokes. How could you? You know, and those sort of mini bits can be played on the show for a larger audience as well, or edited down versions of that, and longer forms can be on the Generic Live Show YouTube channel to try and pick that up, because, you know, why not? Like the last special video that I did was the Coffee Coke floats, and that performed very well, and I think was hilarious. And now that I have proper video editing software, I can kind of do that, and I can do flashy effects, and I can do jump cuts, and I can do that sort of stuff. CJ asked if I've been in a library. I have been into a library before. People are just questioning whether they exist, because apparently I haven't heard of a bunch of things that I can pick up from a library. I have been to a library. Libraries do exist, people. I promise you. I will prove it to you one day. CJ asked Kerry, we need to take Dale to the Clearwater Library. Well, library excursion, woo! How exciting! Yeah, this is so weird. But I had a long-term kind of goal of having regular blogs or vlogs on, and special comments. I have a list of special comments that I can go into on, like, Free the News. I still have to do that bit, even though that bit's kind of a little bit gone by the wayside, because there are now workarounds for that, or noticeable clips from the Generic Live Show, and put them on that. Yeah, a super quiet podcast from a library. Do you know me at all? Like, I can't be quiet indoors at all. Science camera, yeah. We could do one of those meme videos where we do like a message, like, hold up, like, do that. Actually, you know what we could do? This is a strange reference that has never been outed on air, but we could hold up this to the camera the whole time. We'll just do that. Wait 20 seconds for the delay, and done. But I don't know how to plan that around, and it's planning that sort of stuff we're planning stuff around other productions that I'm doing at the moment, and kind of setting time aside for Generic Live Show and kind of nurturing it as my baby. But who knows what the future has for me ahead. But I want to get regular vlog content up and running, because I think I've been watching too many vlogs as of late, and they look fun to produce. But again, they look very labor intensive. So we'll see where we end up. The shade. It's your very quiet boy, darling. Do you want to talk about some goals? Let's talk about some goals. So March, Smarch. Optimistically, get a core moderator live switcher as my PC is struggling. Nope, still haven't got a live switcher for the Direct Live Show. What a shame, huh? Powered by Geek.io. Actually, that could be a thing. The Generic Live vlogs powered by Geek.io. We'll see. Yes, still haven't got a live switcher for the Generic Live Show. I mean, only occasionally does that happen, and the most recent technical difficulty was internet related, and as we all know, internet is a huge problem for me. So I don't really, I can't really comment on that. I can't really control that. Have Q2 promotional item launched before the next Hangout? Yes! Already launched, already mentioned, the Direct Live Tapestry. You can get it now through June 30th. I don't know whether I should do a giveaway for that one or not. Or I should do a giveaway for the tote bags, because the tote bags are more permanent and you can pick those up anytime. These tote bags don't have mugs inside them. Mugs sold separately. Thanks, Smoke. Hashtag thanks, Smoke. And a personal goal of starting to walk and run again. Technically, yes. I have gone for one run since the last Generic Live Hangout. One run a month is my ultimate goal. But no, I did the old marathon running track again. That was fun. I was out of breath, so that should tell you how unfit I've gotten since I did the Disney half marathon in 2016, and now sitting here on the 10th of April. So that should tell you how unfit I've gotten in the last 2 years. But again, I ran the old marathon track. It was fun. Not all of it is pathed. And it's a lot of uphill, which is a whole bunch of fun for everyone. And it started pouring with rain, and I'm like, I could just cut through this corner and be home in like 2 steps. But I persevered and did the whole track at like 5 in the morning. I was up super early and did it in about an hour and 10 minutes. So there you go. All right, let's look for April. I wanna change. One of my goals in April is to change change the GLS YouTube and Twitch to specifically state that they will focus on behind the scenes of the Generic Live Show, and put the correct details for the what was I saying? Change the GLS, YouTube, and Twitch to focus on behind the scenes and provide the correct details for the Generic Live Show on Geek.io. So that's a goal I have in mind, and that'll take 2 seconds, and that's something that I should have done beforehand. But I think this last month I realized, since I stopped posting episodes to the Generic Live Show YouTube channel, that's something as well. Plan out one special feature for GLS, YouTube, and Twitch apart from the Hangout before the next Hangout. That seems achievable. Whether it's a 2-minute how you doing or a quick little setup. I want to have a go at editing a vlog type thing. Editing vlogs aren't really something that I have the skill set of doing, but I really want to acquire those skills and definitely move them, move them forward. It'll be a good skill set to have because vlogs are very different type of skill than editing episodes or editing these the Hangouts especially. They're definitely something that does require different skill sets, and trying to figure out whether I should put overlays or they're hosted differently as well than a podcast. We make jokes of it's your boy daily, but it kind of goes hand in hand as well, because it's a different dynamic, particularly for me, being on the Generic Live show and the Generic Live Hangout and all the solo shows that I do over the years. It is definitely a kind of different dynamic to be vlogging, and you have to be energetic the whole time, and it's a different experience. Hello, Julia underscore Storm Petrol 209. Awesome name. Welcome. But if anyone has any vlog ideas for the next month, please do let me know. genericliveshow@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on the Discord, geek-show.net/discord. You can hit me up there, and it'll be interesting to start that, at least one, and it's not going to be, spoiler alert, if this is a goal I do achieve, it's not going to be super long. So the third goal that I have, the third and final goal I have, is to start a campaign regarding the store. I want to get more reach out there for the Generic Live home. Not necessarily to increase profits, but definitely get the word out about Generic Live home. Generic Live home, I put myself and Kerry, who helps me out on the Generic Live home. We put a lot of work into the Generic Live home, and it's a separate entity for the Generic Live show, but it is interconnected, and it's all about wearing different hats on different days to try and get that up to speed as well. So, and stores are difficult to manage, particularly when things come in and people are like, where's mine, do this? And you go, well, we can contact them, but there's still stickers that need to be sent out apparently, so there you go. What else? Hey, chat room, this is your time to shine. Anything else before we get on out of here? For this month that was Smarch. Smarch kind of felt like a little bit of a more mellow month, particularly as we headed towards Easter. There was a lot of flooding in Smarch, a lot of road closures, which meant that work was super busy. Well, it was quiet for a day, and then twice as busy the next day, and then by the time Easter came around, that shortened my week. I had Easter. I took the Easter weekend off, which was great. Loved having the weekend off. geek-io.net/genericlivehome. Thank you, CJ. I forgot to mention that. Not to increase profits, but to increase profits. I mean, ideally, but I just want to get reach out there, and I haven't posted to the Generic Live Show Facebook page in like 2 months, so I want to get that up and running again as well. There you go. I want to let's add that to the goals. Live on air, right? Facebook page post. Okay, I'll know what I mean. Again, all right. If there's nothing else, then let's get on out of here. You can find the show, you can find this show over on YouTube, youtube.com/genericliveshow. Get to reach out there and increase profits. I mean, ideally. Step 1, reach. Step 2, product. Step 3, profit, or something like that. You can find this show. You can find this show typically at the end of the month, except for when it's this month or next month, because I don't know when I'm going to be doing. I don't know when I'm going to be doing the show again. This show probably when I get back from Melbourne. Probably when I get back from Melbourne on the 6th is probably 6th or 7th is probably when I'll do this show again. Or I could do it from Melbourne if I have time. Probably not. But it'll be in that week period that I'm back from Melbourne to going from Melbourne to Brisbane, and it'll be cut between the two. It'll be very fine. So there you go. It'll probably be when I get back from Melbourne. So there you go. You can find Generic Live Show is the show that I've been talking about. You can find it Sundays at 5:30 PM Eastern over at twitch.tv/geekio show. Smash that love button. Smash this love button as well. You never know. Next live show, apologizing for all the BS that I say. I mean, that's exactly right. Dealing with controversy on Generic Live Show? Never. Never. I have no idea what you're talking about. You can find the archives of that over at youtube.com/geekio show. Again, twitch.tv/genericliveshow, youtube.com/genericliveshow. You can find me on Twitter. It's probably the best place to find me. Twitter.com/TheDaleCampbell, TheDaleCampbell. And you can find me on the Geek.io show, Thursdays 10 PM Eastern. Liquid Handicap. I'm doing April's Liquid Handicap. I'm on the Mana Pool, and I'm all over the place. And you can find, you can join the Geek.io Discord at geek-io.net/discord, and you can support everything that I do, as well as everything that Geek.io does, over at patreon.com/geek.io. Alright, we are going to get on out of here for this month. A little bit of a shorter episode. But, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, hopefully we had a few things happen in April. Hopefully April's a good month. Definitely hope so. Hope my hoodie arrives soon, just in time for the Australian winter. Smash my name button. Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, everyone. For me, for my live chat room, thank you everyone for joining us here on the Generic Live Hangout, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!